Hoffer, Bodam. And the rest of the guys there. There's 426 of Conrad Muse. And in the first two gates, Beniston and Maxime Renault. 30 minutes plus 2 laps. Is about to get underway here. We are at Matterley Basin. It's the FIM Motocross World Championship, round 2. The MXGP of Great Britain, the Fly Racing 15-second board up for the first time today. Mixed conditions here. It's breezy. There is a threat of a little bit of moisture, but for now we have a perfectly groomed racetrack. It is perfectly dry as well. The action is going to be intense. Who will it be that grabs that first Vauxhall shot? The gate drops, good jumps from the Yamahas, but over on the left-hand side, Kyle Wolf swinging in, but so too one of the Gas Giga Procross riders, might be Langenfelder. Oh, it's the Yamaha of 959, Renault, I think, may have just picked up that first Vauxhall shot. Oh, a rider going straight across the corner of the jump there, look. The officials will be looking at that one for sure. Not sure who it was though, but a little bit of bar banging action at the bottom of the hill there. As always, Hoffer just kind of missing out on that. But dropping downhill for the first time, Maxime Renault leads the F&H Kawasaki. Behind him of Poirot, then Beniston is right there in third place. Beaton is well placed in fourth. Guadagnini, Langenfelder, Fernandez, Sandner, De Wolf as the back end gets out of shape on Ruben Fernandez Honda. Oh, and he takes a position right at the bottom of the hill there. Does Fernandez, and that was Guadagnini. All eyes up front, though. Maxime Renault leads the way from fellow Frenchman Mathis Borromée and Thibaut Beniston. A French 1-2-3 here on the opening lap, but already making good ground. Ruben Fernandez, is he up to fourth place already? Soon find out. Oh, nervous look over the shoulder there. Into fifth place, he's just behind the number 14 of Jed Beaton. See how shiny the track is there, the way that's freshly watered. The base of the ground here, very hard and slick underneath. Almost catching out Fernandez again, as Borromée doing his best to hang on to second position on this opening lap here. Chasing the dry dirt around the outside at the top of the hill. Great atmosphere here around the Basin. Great to have the fans getting to witness this Grand Prix here in 2021 as the rider goes down. Who was that? Might have been Sandner. It was somebody within that sort of mid-top 10 pack. Just lost the front end. Look how much time Ruben Fernandez has lost as well through that long off-cambered section where the water has gone down on what is a greasy circuit. Well, there's the number 45 rejoining the circuit of Gerard Congos, the JK Racing Yamaha rider. End of this, not quite the opening lap. They've got to go finish line to finish line, of course, but it is Maxime Renault who leads by more than a second and a half over Poirot. Beniston third, Beaton is in fourth, Fernandez, Guadagnini, Langenfelder, Van der Moosdijk 8th, Rubini 9th, Bodam is in 10th place as they drop back down onto the start straight. Andrea Adamo is in 11th. Michael Sandler is next, or he was. He's lost a couple of positions, so maybe it was him that fell. Harup is 12th, Yates 13th. Wilson Todd is in 15th ahead of Ashton Dickinson, Leon Florian, Rennie Hoffer, Taylor Hamill and Gianluca Facchetti. Muse buried in 25th place. Kyle Wolf losing the front and the back. That shows you how greasy it is. Very lucky not to get connected there on the way through as well. We might still, actually. Right, dropping downhill. Maxime Renault just needs to keep a cool, calm head on the Monster Energy Yamaha. The track's still pretty slick in places. Borromée still being shadowed by Thibaut Beniston as they fight over second place. Jed Beaton taking a couple of laps to warm up, but coming back at him is Ruben Fernandez. Lost a lot of time towards the end of that opening lap, but he seems to be pulling it back this time around and gaining on the Australian, on the Rockstar Energy Husqvarna. Don't realise how off-cambered that corner is there in the background and how slick this one is when it's just had a dumping of fresh water on there. Through the waves we go. Renault disappearing out of sight at the top of the hill. Beniston looking to make a move up the inside as he challenges the Kawasaki for second. see how slick it is. Beniston, 198, just looking for traction around the outside there. The wheels, front and rear, just starting to misbehave a little bit as he dropped into that right-hander. But Maxime Renault, purple on all three sectors, 1, 2 and 3 at the moment, gives you some indication as to how much his lead is starting to extend by. 1.7 it was at the end of the first lap when they just hit the finish line for the first time, but this first official lap will give us a clearer indication as to what his lap time is and what that gap is going out to. Just wonder whether the rest of the guys are just being a little bit tentative, waiting for the circuit to dry out, the traction to come to them. 3 seconds the gap between first and second now. Unchanged in the first 4 positions. Renault, Boromé on the green Kawasaki there. Beaton looking to get down the inside of Beniston, but the door closed in his face. Oh, Facchetti over the bars. So number 94, Gianluca Facchetti on the Honda Racing Asamoto machine. Taking a trip down terra firma. Beaton looking to go around the outside, just to generate some momentum, chasing again, just trying to find some dirt that's dry enough. Everyone just sort of settling down this first couple of laps here. 24 to go. Renault leads, Boromé second, Beniston third, Beaton fourth. Fernandez coming into shot any moment now in the fluorescent colours. He's in 5th place. He was your pole man for the first time in MX2. Guadagnini is 6th for Ducati Red Bull KTM. 7th, Simon Langenfelder, the Diga Procross Gas Factory rider. Then Roman Mosdijk is in 8th place. 9th is Rubini on the Honda Racing Asamoto machine. And 10th, Andrea Adamo, the Italian riding the SM Action Racing Team USA Factory Gas. Then we've got Bodam, Kietz 12th, Hara 13, Hoffer 14. Fernandez getting closer to Beaton again. Beniston getting caught there, just messed up the rhythm section at the end. That messed up Beaton as well as he tried to get on the gas. The Frenchman ahead of him, 198, just carved a new line, sort of a little bit more square, if you like. Oh, we've got rain is finally starting to drizzle on our camera lenses over on this side of the circuit. We've already got a slick racetrack in which the riders are doing battle. But how will it change over the next 23 minutes plus 2 laps, and how heavy will the rain be? Will it be just a drizzle, in which case not a problem, or are we going to get a big deluge? It definitely looks moody out there. Third and fourth coming towards us with the fluorescent of Fernandez just behind in 5th place. Guadagnini set the fastest sector 1 that time around. Fastest sector 2 was Fernandez, back to sector, and Hoffer. Hoffer was in 14th place. And that Red Bull KTM, well, it's just going from bad to worse for the lead team in the paddock at the moment. No Tom Vial, out with an injury. And now, Rennie Hoffer out of the points. Maxime Renault still about 3 seconds clear of Thibaut Beniston, of Mattis Boromé. Beniston third, Beaton jumping to the outside there, looking for that momentum still as he goes in pursuit of 3rd place. Beniston, the MX250 champ from last year. Just looking down outside the top 10, Mikkel Harup in 11th, Wilson Todd is in 12th place, Michael Sandler 13th, Ashton Dickinson on the Hitachi KTM, fueled by Milwaukee, and there is a poor sight, or a sight for sore eyes, for Hoffer at least. Looked like he couldn't get the bike fired up on the electric start, so not sure if he's tipped over or if he stalled it and just couldn't refire it up. Either way, a disappointment and a huge blow to the Austrian. Roman Mosdijk, F&H Kawasaki, currently circulating in 8th place, 11.9 seconds off the lead at the end of that 2nd lap. You can see just ahead of him, Simon Langenfelder on the Diga Procross Gas factory machine, and just behind him here in this battle, Jago Geerts giving chase to the 403 of Bastien Baudin on the WZ Racing KTM. Geerts up to the inside, and Baudin having to yield. Geerts has been out on his bike a couple of times since the opening round just to see how things were, but the back end stepping out on him there. Not a place that you want to slide out or get a high side coming out of that turn, that's for sure. Fernandez has a good half a lap and then loses time on the second half a lap, or the other way around, opening part of the lap from the finish line, loses that ground, then comes back strong, second half of the lap. I wonder if anybody's gone out in roll-offs or still wearing the laminates, actually, in terms of goggle prep. Ah, Rubini out as well. So one or two casualties in terms of riders not able to complete the race because of what looked like mechanicals. Long downhill into turn 3. Fernandez again chasing the dirt. And actually, Thibaut Beneston was fastest man on track last time around, a 2:28.3. He's 5.1 seconds off his teammate Maxime Renault, who continues to lead the race. Between them, the FNH Kawasaki 172 just there, lead rider in shot, Mathis Boisromé. Beneston gaining ground. Oh, just had a bit of a jab there. Lost the front, had to put the right foot down. Gaining in confidence though, isn't he, Beneston? I was talking to somebody on the way in this morning to the circuit, and he said his money was on Thibaut Beneston if it's muddy and if it's slick. Gap opening up between first and second. Right, different rhythm section through here. Is that going to play into the hands of Renault's teammate Beneston? It does. Boisromé tried to look across and defend the line, but he still manages to hold on to second place. Cheeky bit of riding there from Boisromé. Got the radar on, and this is playing into the hands of Jed Beaton. Midway through the wave section, you saw Boisromé look across. He knew he was going to lose out because he didn't get clean through the rhythm section. But in the end, he still managed to hang on to that second place, though. Just needs to focus ahead, though, not worry too much about what's behind him. Getting towards the end of lap 4 here. Maxime Renault already over the line, 2:28.4. Boisromé and Beneston following, 5.8, 6.5 seconds adrift, respectively, both in the 29s. Beaton in the 28s, though. Only a couple of tenths off the time of Renault. There he is in the background there, just behind these two, the number 14. Fernandez 5th, Guadagnini 6th. Langenfelder has gone purple in the 3rd sector. So really starting to apply the pressure to Mattia Guadagnini just behind. And they're going to be at the top of the hill. So as Jed Beaton disappears downhill in the opposite direction, he's putting some distance between himself and Ruben Fernandez again. But behind him, Langenfelder is starting to close on Guadagnini. Guadagnini responding with the fastest sector in Sector 1, or the fastest time in Sector 1, I should say. Oh, man down, bottom of the hill. Beaton, upside down. Jed Beaton's gone down hard. Has he lost the front end on a braking bump there? Handlebars are bent, twisted to the right. Wow. Just when he was pushing for a top 3 position here. Jed Beaton. Do we have lost the front, I think, but got turfed over the bars. Once again, same 2 riders, same section. This time, Boisromé gets it right. But Beneston still trying to find a way past the 172 of Warame. He's getting frustrated, actually, Benistant, because he knows Maxime Renault is just starting to eke out a gap. 6.5 seconds the gap was between him and his teammate at the start of this lap 5. We'll have to wait and see where Beaton picks himself up as he rejoins the race. Obviously, that was early on in the lap, so... So Jed Beaton thrashing out of 4th and coming up short at the top of the hill, Benistant. So riders now starting to make mistakes as they start to up the pressure. Mathis Borromée just set the fastest lap. Maybe Benistant was trying to match him as well. Watch this here. Benistant was just too short, came up short, lost the back end and then lost the front as well. So Hoffa did something similar in time practice, but he managed to stay upright. So Maxime Renault now 5.3 seconds clear at the head of the field. Warame was about 4/10 quicker. That gap 5.3 seconds. Fernandez now promoted to 3rd. Guadagnini 4th. Benistant remounts in 5th place. Got to keep a cool head. Maxime Renault doing just that at the moment. Got off to a good start. Quadding his way up and over the huge jump there on the infield. Got his first win and only win actually last year, round 6, race 2 at Faenza. The first Faenza round, of course, Maxime Renault hasn't had a race win since then. Fernandez on his own briefly, but Guadagnini just starting to wind up the pace here. Second rider in shot there, Red Bull KTM 101, going after the number 17, Ruben Fernandez. Massive amount of weight on the shoulders of the Spaniard, knowing that he could be leading the championship. Oh yeah, Jed Beaton, that was a big hit for the Aussie. Bars bent, front end all twisted. So heading uphill, Ruben Fernandez, 3rd. If they put the flag out now, Warame would be the championship leader on 62 points. Fernandez would be tied on 62 points. Renault would be 3rd on 52 points. Still a long way to go, though. 12.5 minutes plus 2 laps in this first MX2 race. Another one this afternoon. The rain spots that we saw on our screen earlier, they've already gone. We've got waved yellows over on the far side there. So we've got a rider down. And obviously the leaders are going to be coming through at any moment as well. So they'll be mindful of that. Might be just over to the left there of the iPhone jump. The step up into that next corner. See how hard and shiny and polished and slick the ground is as the riders get on the gas. Tyres shift the dirt from the race line out to the outside, leaving that bare rock underneath. Oh, a little bit out of shape there for Fernandez, but manages to save it. Guadagnini getting closer. These two fighting over 3rd. Had it under control all day long. So Fernandez 3rd, Guadagnini fighting over that 3rd place with the Spaniard. Good showing this from Mattia Guadagnini, former junior world 125 champion and European champ a couple of years ago. See the difference in line there, outside to go triple, triple, single, and then transferring across Guadagnini. Looks quite relaxed at the moment, doesn't he? the 101. So just over 10.5 minutes plus 2 laps to go. Maxime Renaux continues to lead. He's about 6.5 seconds clear of Mathis Boisromé. Third is Ruben Fernandez. Coming towards us now, Honda 114 Motorsports in the fluorescent Fox kit. Fourth is Mattia Guadagnini, just behind him in white, riding 101 for Red Bull KTM. Beniston, who was third, is now down in fifth after an earlier mistake. Langenfelder for Diga Procross Gas finds himself in sixth place, only a couple of seconds behind Beniston. And then we have Rowan van der Moosdijk, Jago Geerts, Mikkel Harup and Bastien Baudin. Wilson Todd is next, the Australian, riding number 20 for Bikit MTX Kawasaki. Of course, the team run and owned by Steve Dixon, the organiser of this Matterley Basin Grand Prix here. Saw Dixon through the paddock when I arrived here on Friday morning. One or two bloodshot eyes. And his younger teammate, actually, Taylor Hamill, who picked up a finger injury a couple of weeks ago. Desperate to ride his home Grand Prix. He's circulating in 13th place. He's found his way past Michael Sandner now. And it will be his MX2 debut as well. And this battle continues to bubble. Guadagnini getting closer. A lot of pressure on the shoulders, as I mentioned, on Fernandez today. But we saw how he soaked up this kind of pressure in Orléans a couple of weeks ago. Beniston is getting closer as well, isn't he? Ever so slightly. Let's have a look at the lap times. Maybe a tenth or so, but only needs these two to hold each other up. And Benny Boy will be right there, back in the frame. Isaac Gifting down in 20th position. Just inside the points. Looking outside of the points, we've got Peter Pollock and Joel Rizzi, the second of the Honda 114 riders. Teammate Fernandez here as Guadagnini got on the gas. The front just started to pull the air. Good job, he's got long legs, the Italian. Looked like it was just getting away from him on the entry to the wave section a moment ago. If you're joining us, Stefan Rubini out with a mechanical, Jed Beaton out because of a crash, and Jago Geerts and Van der Moosdijk battling over 7th, and the Belgian finding his way past the Dutchman. So Jago Geerts picking himself up from about 13th on the opening lap. Top of the screen now. So Van der Moosdijk not advancing as far forward as he wanted to after his slightly better start, but the number 93, who was victorious here at the opening round last year, with a first and a fourth, looking to pick up more points, as many points as possible in the championship chase. 7.5 minutes to go. Ruben Fernandez, all of a sudden, he's turned up the wick and he's gone 2:27.3, half a second quicker than Guadagnini. Maybe realising the threat is coming from behind there from the 101, but he obviously desperate to get on terms with Boisromé, 3 or 4 seconds up the track. Boisromé would continue to lead the championship as it stands right now. There he is, just on the other side of the valley there. Tabletop. And Renault doing a fantastic job just managing this situation. One strategy Yamaha. 2:28.7 last time around. Boisromé about a tenth quicker. Half a second quicker, Ruben Fernandez, then Guadagnini on a 2:27.7. Circuit now, I think, absolutely prime. Put some water down after the MXGP time practice on the basis that if the rain doesn't come, you've got to water it. You don't want it too dry. It was a little bit slick. Of course, it's going to be because the nature of the ground here, very greasy on the limestone, the chalky base. You see how hard and shiny it is. A mistake there for Fernandez, though. Loses that momentum. And Guadagnini is going to be all over him again as they head up the next hill. There's Beniston. Just starting to regroup. the young Frenchman. Looking down the leaderboard, Higher up in 9, Bastien Baudin in 10th place for WZ. Just looking at the race leader here, actually, Maxime Renault. Hoffer has got his bike started. 9 laps in. Obviously, he was over on the far side of the circuit, went out on the first lap. So he'll probably ride out the last 5 minutes or so. Will he, just to get some track knowledge, or will he just go back to pit lane? Might have already been back, actually, but let's have a look. Yeah, he's completed 8 laps. So apologies there to Hoffer. Did get it going, but just not picked him up sooner. Renault pre-jumping nice and sweetly over that crest rather than hitting the braking bump. Pre-jump, for those who don't know, a little bump before the crest there. You can use that, catapult yourself over that so you're not getting height and you can carry more speed as well. Thibaut Beneston, whilst watching the leader here. Thibaut Beneston in 5th, fastest lap of the race, 2:26.6. As he continues to push in and close on Mattia Guadagnini. He's closed to 2nd that time around. Warame on his own, 5.2 seconds behind, but you've got Fernandez, Guadagnini and Beneston. They're all going to be pretty much locked together in a minute, and you'll see them at the top of the hill. Now, Fernandez is getting caught here by Guadagnini. Guadagnini looking menacing. He wants a top 3 finish in MX2 in his debut season. Not unheard of course.
Fernandez, Guadagnini and Beneston into the top group, about to come round.
Very tight here, this battle for 3rd place. Hoffer got a 2nd in the 2nd race last year, but side by side, who's going to win this one? Well, for now, it is Fernandez, but those two fighting over each other's positions and lines and taking speed off of each other has allowed Beneston to close right in 5th place. And as predicted, we are going to see a 3-way battle for that 3rd place. Beneston continues to push the boundaries. Fastest personal time for him in Sector 1, fastest time of the race in Sector 2. He's gone personal best in Sector 3. All because these two are holding each other up ahead of him, Fernandez and Guadagnini. Oh, Warame coming into play as well, top of the hill, 3 minutes to go, plus 2 laps. Add another 5 minutes to the lap times then, or the race time, because lap time's around about 2:28, so as near as you're going to get to 2.5 minutes. 2:28.2, Renault. 2:28.6, Warame, 2:28.3, Fernandez, Guadagnini, 2:28.02, and Beneston, 2:27.6. The only other rider in the 27s, Jago Geerts, in 7th place, but he's 5 seconds behind Langenfelder. There's Warame, top of the hill. Beneston, again, just like we saw, Jed Beaton! Wow, big save that, big moment for Guadagnini. Almost hit the eject button and fell through the front door, but, sorry, not Beaton, but Beaton going around the outside is was the line that Beneston was doing, but as I was talking about that, as we came back the other way, Guadagnini almost out the front door on the jump downhill in the opposite direction. Watch this here. Watch. Over on the right side. Back end got away from him. Got a kick. Lucky escape that from Guadagnini. And he's able to continue his pursuit of Ruben Fernandez there. These two still fighting over 3rd place. The number 70 on the 114 rider. And the 101, Guadagnini. Beneston right there in the background. Not too far adrift is Simon Langenfelder. Haven't seen too much of him. He's been holding a sort of 3-second deficit to these guys. About 5 seconds over Jago Geerts, though. So a lonely 6th place for Langenfelder right now. .6 seconds Maxime Renault had at the end of lap 10. We're on to lap 11. 3 laps to go, actually, I think, because it's not going to take 35 seconds to get from here to the finish line for our race leader. But Renault leads, Borromée second. Fernandez is closing, it would appear, from that angle. Closing in fast as well. It was 2.8 seconds before, but it's less than that now. Lap time 2:28.3, 2:27.5 for Borromée and Fernandez. There's Renault. You know what? This is good, smart riding from Rennie Hoffer just there in the background. He's not second position in the race. He's a lap down, or a couple of laps down, but he's latched on to the Frenchman, the race leader, and going, you know what? Let's learn the track. Let's learn some lines. He's the race winner. Build my own confidence out of race 2. Smart bit of riding that from the young Austrian. Yes, he's going to get the blue flag any moment now from the marshals because of the fact that Borromée is closing in on him. So he can't get involved in that battle if he gets too close. But while it's like that, he can hold his own. But I wonder for how much longer. I wonder if there's a rule actually how many blue flags you can have, but it's not right in the line of sight. Well, he's starting to get there now, actually. He is going to have to yield at some point. Nothing in it between these two still. Yeah, he's moved out of the way. He knows the guys are coming through now. So he's latched onto the rear wheel of the race leader for quite a few laps. Has Rennie Hoffer, but his time there behind Renault has come to an end because, as you can see, Borromée's already gone through. So too now Fernandez, Guadagnini and Beniston. 3rd, 4th and 5th. Oh, and a mistake there from Guadagnini. That's going to open the door for Beniston to come through. Triple, triple, single, cut back to the inside, will he? Well, he thought about it. Horrible, gnarly, edgy bumps going out of that left-hander uphill into that right. So Beniston fancies his chances of getting a 3rd place finish here in this first race. 2-lap board will be readied this time around. And actually, Fernandez just starting to break free there, it seems, from Guadagnini. Here's Renault. Cool, measured race for the 959 Monster Energy Yamaha rider. 2-lap board goes out to the left, look. Gap between him and Borromée, though, is 3.7 seconds, so it's coming down. He does have a race win under his belt. Last year, of course, Faenza. The first of those 3 rounds there, the triple header. But he can't afford to relax and switch off and tighten up. Because Borromée now, he's going to get pushed forward by the advancing Ruben Fernandez, who sets his fastest lap of the race on lap 12. So this battle starting to break up. Borromée fighting over second with Ruben Fernandez there. Then there's a slight gap to Guadagnini. Circuit absolutely perfect in terms of preparation, traction. Nice line there, good commitment down the hill there for Fernandez. Likewise for the 2 guys behind him. Guadagnini knows he's got to step it up just to get back onto the rear wheel of the Spaniard, who in turn has latched onto the rear wheel of Borromée. And if he gets held up behind Borromée, Guadagnini and Beniston will be right there, and we'll have a 4-way for second with a lap and a bit to go. Wide to the outside, straightened up the exit. Did Fernandez. Guadagnini still going tight, but this time he arrowed for the Honda. Fancied his chances at a pass. Smooth on the outside there, look, but look how it tightens up at the top of the hill. How much time did it cost Fernandez? Not too much, actually. dropping downhill for the penultimate time. Battle for the championship lead as well, because 62, 62, 52, Guarame, Fernandez, Renault. That's how they sit in the championship as it stands right now. These guys are closing in on Renault. 3.7 it was at the start of the lap, but he just needs to maintain his focus. A nervous look over the shoulder there as he hit the finish line from Guarame. Fastest man on track, fastest lap of the race, Guadagnini. Wow, where did that come from all of a sudden? 3 seconds still the advantage between first and second. Oh, Fernandez. Back end lit up, cost him some time. He's falling right back into the clutches of Guadagnini. Can't afford to go that wide. Rubens. I think we're going to see an upset here on the final lap, and it's going to be for third place. Guadagnini launches himself down the inside. We know he's not afraid to run it in hot. Got big elbows when he needs them. No, Fernandez is not shy in that respect either. Could see Beniston just pick up third on the final lap here. And he has set the fastest sector of the race as well. The 1:98 behind these two. Guarame is being caught here as well. Fernandez last time around went high and wide, but he's decided to keep it tight. He knows there's a threat from Guadagnini. Oh, Guadagnini's going to come in tight. Well, it just wasn't close enough. Can't afford to mess up in the waves here either. Triple, triple, single. Get out of there early. Guadagnini looking for traction at the rear wheel. Oh, mistake there from Guarame as well. Scintillating end to MX2 race 1. Purple sectors being lit up all over the timing screens as again Fernandez legging his way through that right-hander. Guadagnini sector 1. Sector 2 for Ruben Fernandez. There's your race leader on the tabletop. Potential race winner. He may just be able to hold on here, but who's it going to be that grabs second? Is it going to be Guarame or Fernandez? Last lap lunge heading uphill. Is it going to end in tears? Radar detector is on from Guarame. Oh, cut back to the inside here. No, he goes, oh, he runs him down the inside. Fernandez, last corner, second place. Wow. Oh, and they almost touch when they land. Great riding that from Fernandez and Guarame. Guarame had the radar on, but Fernandez, he went, you know what, I'm coming through. He said he'd be back. Wow, what a race. Fernandez getting second on the last corner. Watch this here. A window for Renault. Watch this. He tried to go tight. Fernandez went, no, I'm coming through no matter where you go. Boom. Down the inside. Had to give way. Guarame tried to get on the gas. Nothing in it as they cross the line. 0.2 of a second. And look, they almost land on each other. Did we say who the winner was, by the way? Maxime Renault, 2.5 seconds, his gap over Fernandez and Guarame. Here he is with Jody Hutton. What a race.
Maxime Renault, congratulations. You got out quick, you kept your cool and took the race win.
Yeah, that was a really great race. I'm so happy with my first Vauxhall shot. Was waiting it for a long time now. And yeah, we just saw that if I can get out front straight away, then life is easier, let's say. So yeah, I'm super stoked to win this moto and looking forward to the second moto.
Best of luck for it. Thank you.
Maxime Renault, Monster Energy Yamaha Factory MX2. Vauxhall shot, flag to flag win in MX2 race 1 here at Matterley Basin. Greasy conditions under the rubbers at the start of the race, but he just got his head down, got stuck in, didn't make any mistakes, and in the end he was a 2.5 second winner over Ruben Fernandez. Takes his first race win of the season and his second career race win as well. Does it here at the Basin.